there might be two operators who have very similar portfolios, very similar properties. In a very similar location, but they brand a little differently. One of them is all about Airbnb and all about vacations. And then the second one does Airbnb, but they also do Booking.com and Expedia, and they also try to cater to business bookings or what are they called? Service departments kind of a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are almost the same units. They are almost in the same location, but their patterns for day of week are going to be different. Like the one who's purely catering to vacationers is going to be weekend heavy, whereas the one that's also listing on Expedia and Booking.com and also trying to gain more business travelers, their weekdays are not going to be as far down as everybody else's. And they would say like, hey, these prices don't make sense to me. Because I get this kind of a demand. And we look at the entire market and say, hey, in this market, this is what happens. So you would then want to go and say, okay, let me create some rules to say weekends should be at least this much and weekdays should be at least this much, or bump up the weekdays by this much. Or sometimes it's like even setting the base price or the minimum price is like, those are the bare minimums that anybody should do. Like you should set your floor price to say never go below this. And you should set or adjust your base price every so often based on how the performance is going on. Like we have tools that automatically adjust prices based on performance. But on top of that, if you want to, like if you're an active manager, you would want to look at those things and say, okay, let me help the algorithm a little bit because it's to everybody's advantage.